backstory on how the Black Panther herb came into being, or what a gardener's life is like making that plant. Throw out anything, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different characters from the movie, a lot of different characters from the comics. If you want to even make up your own character, you can make up your own character. You can talk about Bast, you can talk about Wakanda's relationship with the US or any other country. You can talk about a song that a Wakanda would make, right? What type of music is in Wakanda? What does it sound like? What kind of drums is it like, right? So that's the types of ideas that we're throwing around. And feel free to raise your hand and one of the Galactic Tribe members will come to you and bestow wisdom on you if you need a little bit of boost, right? For our authors, are there any stories that you haven't seen or any things that you want expanded on in the lore of Wakanda?
Yeah. First of all, let me offer a little bit of background for your audience. There was actually an animated Black Panther series. It's short. It was about 10, 15 years ago. The Holland brothers were involved in that. And there's also a new animated series on Disney Plus called What If? And the second installment, you got to see it. Second installment is what if T'Challa was taken up as Star-Lord by the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, y'all can do that too. Go ahead,
that's one of Chadwick Boseman's last performances. So that's something that's a must see. I'm sorry for interrupting, Linda.
No, I was interrupting you. I just wanted to say what Glenn said about this what if thing. That's how I start so much of my writing.
Yes.
And that's something for, as people are hopefully writing even while we're talking now, that's a good way to start something. Like, what if this was true? Or what if that was true? You know, what if the Black Panther was a hip hop star? What if the Black Panther had a bakery, or you know, somebody left the Dora Milaje because they wanted to start their own business doing something that no one ever thought of? I mean, that's where I always go. So I think what if is a great question to ask.
Yeah, it's a great way to
start. I agree.
Almost any science fiction. You know, what if one thing or two things would change? What if A, and then what if B, what comes after that? Changes everything.
Yeah. I agree. All right, yeah, guys, let's start with that. Say what if something, 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 and then start your prompt from there. All right, cool. Let's get it, everybody. We're back. So yes, all those wonderful ideas, you can either read them or come up, or you can either come up and read them, or I can read them for you. But for the most part, I want y'all to read. I'll only read it if you give me 10 push-ups. All right, then I guess you're reading it then. All right, we'll just go around the room. Justice, you want to start us off? Yo, your face. Okay, all right, no problem. Ashim, do you and your best friend there, your brother, do y'all want to share your stories? Come on up. All right.
Can we give them a round of applause?
Round of applause for Ashim and what's your name again, buddy? Okay, cool. All right, who wants to go first? All right, Ashim, you're voted. All right. Ready? Gotcha. She helped you out. Okay, go ahead. What's your story? Okay, that's all right. So the search for new materials in space. Oh, you have a script. Okay, you did a script. I like it. Black Panther, we ran out of supply of vibranium. We want to search for new sources of vibranium. All right. So you want T'Challa to go in space and find new vibranium. I like that idea. And you ended on a cliffhanger too? My man, we got to read this. We might have to post this on our Facebook and Instagram.
I love that because I don't think I've ever read anything or heard about that idea. I love that.
Yeah, I dig it. You said what, Dave? Oh yeah, let's see you read the first 5 sentences. Get in the character.
Ran out of our Black Panther, we ran out of our supply of vibranium. We must search for new sources of vibranium. We searched We searched the lands and the oceans, and still nothing. Now, we have out our final attempt, space.
One space, the final attempt. Give it up for Shane and his mom for helping him out. Go ahead, take that photo. We'll collect that later. All right, you ready? All right, say your name and then your idea. What's your idea?
Black Panther goes to the moon.
Black Panther goes to the moon. Okay, why'd you?
And Mars.
Black Panther goes to the moon and Mars. Oh, that's dope. What do you think he's gonna do on those planets? You ain't get that far yet. No, that's a dope start though. That's a dope start. What do y'all think? Good?
That's a great beginning. I mean, such a good beginning, because again, I don't know that I've read anything where Black Panther would. I mean, the next part of why, you can figure that out, but that's an awesome opening.
Good job.
Great.
All right, you got it, man. This is your story now. That is your story. You can do whatever you want with it. All right, cool. Next. Go. All right, give it up one more time. All right. Justin, you ready? No? Okay. James, you and your family want to come up? Give it up for James and his family. Yes, sir. Now, for those who don't know on Zoom land, James and his family, they have come to more Wakanda Alliances than anybody else. So we love having them. It is their routine. It's in their routine to come to these events and share the time as family. So yeah, this is their story.
Oh, we got different ones. So I did a story on Spider-Man actually. It's a what if on Spider-Man. What if on Spider-Man after he got bitten by the radioactive spider, if he flipped the other way and decided to use his powers for bad versus using his powers for good. You know, he became a super stealthy thief and was a high-profile thief amongst the thieves and made a ton of money. Started living a super lavish lifestyle. And after he started living that super lavish lifestyle, like he was the guy if you wanted a rare artifact or anything stolen, then he would be your guy to go to. Super undercover with it, but his aunt found out about it. It was still alive. And she talked to him and she said, hey, Peter, you know, I'm so disappointed in you. We didn't raise you that way. And she ended up passing away, but she passed away for a broken heart. And after her broken heart, you know, for Peter, that was the one thing that helped him to flip. He was like, man, I can't believe I was living like this. I was raised better. And then at that point, he vowed that he would use his powers for good.
Nice. Wow. Okay. Dope. I like that.
It's like a whole movie. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Spider-Man is a bad boy.
Ooh,
That is a great take.
I like it.
All right. All right. Next, say your name and your story.
My name is Skylar, and I didn't really do a story. I just wrote a bunch of what ifs that came to mind. And there was stuff like, what if T'Challa and Killmonger like swapped pasts and lived each other's lives? And stuff. What if Wakanda was never hidden in the first place? And like, what would the world try to interfere with what they were doing, and would they get as advanced as they were? Or would people like try to start fights with them and run? And that's basically it.
Okay. Dope. Give it up for Skylar. All right.
Wow. That's like its own series.
Right.
My name is Logan, and I wrote, what if there was no heart-shaped earth? And it tore up the system that they used before, and they had to create more events, vibranium weapons to compete with the other tribes for power. And then the Panther tribe made an alliance with the border tribe for their useful barriers so that they could take the throne and keep other tribes out. Nice. Okay.
Wow, good story. Good story start. I love that.
Yeah, dope. All right, y'all whole family dope. Y'all have to do your own family thing, man. That's what's up. I like it. Give it up one more time for the James and his family. All right. Now we got Mama in the back. Yo, why you shaking your head, bro? All right. We'll start with Chandra and Isaiah. Come on up, give it up for Chandra and Isaiah. Coming up. Repping the galactic tee in white. Looking lovely, I like it, I dig it.
Black, $25.
Right.
You sure you don't want to do this? I can do a little longer than this. So mine said, what if all the continents went against Wakanda to steal their vibranium and find out what planet they came from and try to take over the tribe?
That's it.
So I had to think really hard about this one. And the one thing I noticed in the Black Panther film that I really liked is that when they would have bracelets, they would turn into weapons. So I figured, what if fashion or Black fashion, what if like Jordans, chains, jewelry, body adornments were all weapons? What if Black Panther came down, assumed control over Africa, and required that all our, whatever we wear has to be weaponized? How would that change the world? Imagine like your favorite rappers with chains on, how would America react? How would other countries react? So I thought that would be cool. Imagine like a bomb coming out of your Jordans, or like you could shoot somebody. So think about that. I think that would be really cool, really dope. And yeah, Nike, get on it. So yeah, that's what I thought about.
Killmonger's Wakanda.
Oh, they're still talking to you, Chandra. You said what? The Aaron Killmongers?
Well, that would sure change the whole, us being victims on the street situation that we got now.
Would.
Like that future.
Yep, I'm all Black people. Yeah, I dig that. Did your mama? Ready? Yeah, mama. Yeah, come on up. You can give it up for Mama Washington coming to the stage with her lovely crystal around her neck.
Okay. A lot of you young folks may not appreciate this, but as the oldest person in the room, this is what I came up with. What if the Europeans had stayed home and not circumnavigated the planet for centuries, spreading disease, oppression, lies, slavery, murder, starvation, so-called Christianity, genocide, and normalizing colonialism? What if the original people of Africa, Asia, North America, South America, Australia, Antarctica could have evolved undisturbed by the European?
Ooh, look at you writing a poem.
Look at
That was like spoken word. All right.
That is Afrofuturism at its core.
I'm saying, wow.
That's it. Dig it. Dorian, you got something still working? Come on, D, what's up with it, man? You've been in the corner, man. Come on, don't shake your head. You said after, okay, all right, we'll come back to you. All right, the Academy, Mahaba Fundi, what up with it? Devin, you want to start us off? Yeah, come on up. Give it up for Devin, man. Yeah.
I ain't doing no what is. I said I would like to learn more about Wakanda, like how they everyday life is, their jobs, their vehicles, all types of stuff. That's what y'all were. I ain't doing.
All right, okay. So you need more background is what you're saying. Like, all right, yeah, before you want to jump off into your own thing, you want to know more about the source material. Oh man, that's how you do it. That's right. We teach them how to be researchers, y'all. That's what's up. Give it up for Devin one time.
That's how I wrote my story. I wanted to know what it was like to be a young girl training as Dora Milaje, what he just said, like, what is it like to be in the normal. So, you know, Wakanda, that's awesome.
All right, you ready? All right, say your name.
My name is Zeta, and I said, what if Black Panther and Muhammad Ali, both superheroes, and teamed up to stop the Holocaust, slavery?
Ooh.
I like that. Black Panther, Muhammad Ali team up. Okay.
Yeah, alternate history is always a fun place to write. You know, like Glenn went back and pulled into his story parts of real history to say, what would it be like if it was different? I love that.
Yeah, I'll just make sure you hear what she was saying, what Cindy was saying. Yeah, did I confirm? All right, dope. Yeah. All right. Jayana, come on up. Jayana to the stage. What up, Jayana? All right. Say your name nice and loud and then tell us what your story is.
My name's Jayana, and I wrote like two what ifs. I wrote, what if everybody woke up and there was no vibranium and nobody would have any powers, and for some reason Killmonger was alive and he stopped from getting to the vibranium, and 5 months later the people of Wakanda couldn't fight anymore to save their city. And then the other was, what if Killmonger and Black Panther and their fathers resurrected from the dead and they both teamed up to fight for the good, but their parents didn't like it.
Good one.
Like that. That's a what if. That's a what if.
All right.
Excellent.
Good stuff. All right, Sabia, you ready? Come on, Sabia. Give it up for Sabia. Whoop. With the walk. All right, say your name nice and loud for the audience and tell us your story.
My name is Cynthia, and my prompt is, what if there was a story about the window cleaners in Wakanda and their window cleaners, okay, and their day-to-day maintenance as well as their private lives?
So window cleaners in Wakanda. So like, what do they see? What type of things are they spying on other Wakandans or something like that? Just looking at all the family drama from their view. A lot of birds running into the windows, probably. Yeah. Okay. All right. Dope.
That's a great seed for a story. Like I said, you know, you start with that idea, and then as you start daydreaming how to make things like more. But that's a great start.
I think a window cleaner might have changed the story we read earlier. What if window cleaner saw Nesno being possessed, and then he would be the missing part of the information that would have changed the whole story. Okay, see, you know what? She said she don't like comics. I think she like comics. I think she changing her mind a little bit. All right, Kari, you ready? All right, give it up for Kari coming up. Yeah, let's do it. That's fine. Okay. I like all of them, honestly. Whatever you do, I like it. All right. So say your name and tell us your story.
Okay. Hey, I'm Kari. What if Black Panther? What if Black Panther was cheating on Storm with Dora Milaje, and that's why she was so jealous of her? Because she felt like she deserved to be the queen. That was number one. What if T'Challa and Tony Stark? That was the second one. What if Black Panther and Storm swapped powers for like a day? What if the Shadow King stripped Black Panther's powers away from him and possessed Nesno to kill him? Yeah, that was another one.
Oh, you got a whole book full. I really like the swap powers thing. That would make some serious drama there.
That would be good. It's really creative.
What if he cheated and saw the powers? Oh man, now you got a double whammy. I'm gonna take your powers and your heart. Oh man, that's scary. Good job, Kari. All right, Achilles, you ready? Come on up, Achilles. Yeah. Represent. All right, you ready? Say your name and tell us a story.
My name is Lee Shoku. So my story is not quite a what if, it's an original character. My story is called Withdrawal. So Withdrawal follows the story of Maya, a descendant of a deposed Wakandan king. After the defeat of her great-great-great-grandfather, Maya's family withdraws from Wakanda, fearing violence. When they flee, they take a small amount of black panther, that plant thing is like it's a superpower.
with him to cultivate in America. The strain of Black Panther begins to weaken and eventually die, leaving the Myers family to face deadly withdrawals. Fearing for her family, spirit mutant Meyer must travel to Wakanda to steal more.
Give it up for the lead.
That's a whole movie right there.
Yeah.
We got a couple of them, man. Is Marvel watching this? We need to make sure. We need somebody to make sure Marvel ain't watching so they don't steal some ideas.
That young lady needs to collaborate with Sheree Rennie Thomas.
Yes, she does.
That's a collaboration right there.
Can you hook that up?
We do have Sheree.
Word for it.
Okay. All right, we'll work on that. Cool. All right, Davon is next. Give it up for Mr. M. He's got a story. Mr. M's got a story.
Mr. M got a story. All right. So I guess the original character as well. This is the story of Santuri. Ndjaka, aka Killmonger, has a half sister who's learned of her brother's death. Losing her father at a young age, she always had a hole in her heart that was not filled. When Ndjaka returned and briefly took the mantle of Black Panther, Santuri felt there was hope that this hole could be filled. Although she felt conflicted with his method and his mission, she still wanted to build a relationship. After Ndjaka's death, again, that hole widened. Santuri was overcome with great sadness, and she went to America to find out who he was, where he was born and raised. Learning about how he was raised, she fell into depression, and she picked up his mission. She stole vibranium and created a nuclear vibranium weapon, and she was determined to blow up S.H.I.E.L.D. Santuri was stopped by T'Challa and was put in Wakanda prison. From the experiments on nuclear vibranium, she developed cancer, and Santuri, now in prison, had to work with Princess Shuri to find a cure for this new vibranium cancer.
Oh my God, that's a movie. What?
See, this is what I'm talking about. You know, a lot of these things don't get published, but they're brilliant ideas. And y'all just need to take your time and develop these ideas. Sometimes you only have like one scene in a story. Use that, whether it's the beginning, the middle, or the end, wherever it is, take it, run with it, develop it, recycle it, but it just keeps getting better and better. And what I tell everybody, I feel like a broken record, but I think every aspiring writer needs to know this. Your biggest resource as an aspiring writer is time. You've got time on your side to play with it. No one sees it but you or your close friends. You can change it, you can adapt it, you can rewrite it, you can correct it if you want to say correct, but you know, I see them all as really developing. But take your time, don't throw anything away, you know, go back to it periodically and see what you can change or add it to, all right? But yeah, you guys have come up with some brilliant kernels of stories, things that I've never heard before. I don't know about you, Linda. Linda's the senior in this area. You know, she's seen more than the rest of us. Have you seen any of this kind of creativity, Linda?
I seriously have not, man. I'm just like, I'm knocked out. I mean, literally, you know, some people have just a nugget that you can grow on to this amazing thing, like the one that was talking about going into space. I mean, right there, it's like you can go read all about planets, asteroids, where they came from. You know, there's just so much that you
That's a decade's worth of comic arc.
I'm saying, and then some of you guys got like the whole movie. I can't.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Yeah, that's only what, 15, 20 minutes of writing. Like imagine what you do in a day, right?
Yeah.
A couple of days, a couple of weeks, a year, you know what I mean?
Right.
Sure. All right. Daryl, you want to come up, tell us your story? We got our homie Daryl in the building. Shout out to Daryl with the official Wakanda Wu-Tang shirt. Wakanda's for the children, Wu-Tang's for the children.
Basically, mine is a what if. What if when vibranium crashed on Earth, it affected the pineal gland, which produces the melanin in us, and we all became, any melanated people got superpowers.
I'm done. I'm finished. I can't no more. I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Wait. We got like 4 more kids. We got 4 more. All right, we got our next table. You ready? John Terry, you want to start us off? Come on up, come on up, come on up. Give it up for John Terrius, AKA King of the Crocs.
Okay, so mine's the what if. I'm John Terrius. How y'all doing? Mine is it. What if T'Challa was forced into being the Black Panther? Nobody likes to be forced into something. However, the people around you know that you're well suited for the job, almost perfect for it, and the pressure builds up. When people see that things around them are lack the strength, guidance, and power that you can provide, you're pushed into taking on that spot and the challenge. But what if you don't want to be in that position, have that sort of power? What if you don't show the interest, but you are forced to be in that position? Would Wakanda fully be protected? Would the drive be there to protect the people around them? Would that lead to stress buildup? You know, would he only be powerful and strong in front of the camera, in battle, in fight? Would he come back home and just take off the suit immediately and be upset and strong? Would that cause him to then one day leave entirely, leave the suit and just leave Wakanda? What would that lead up to? And I think that's why I approached it with the what if T'Challa was forced into being it, because from there you can add so much more into just that little what if. Thank you.
Give it up for John Terrius.
See, everybody writes, see how everybody writes from a different thing? The person before this started with the pineal gland, which I just want to slap that one. And then this one, this one went totally internal, which is how I write my story, was like the internal emotional thing. And then you build on the stuff. Everybody approaches it different. You guys are giving me chills and thrills over here in Arizona.
I'm telling you, you know.
Yeah. Oh, John.
I'm sorry. So Linda loves that internal struggle, and she's you know, I was about to say she's an artist with it, but that goes without saying. I don't need to tell anybody that Linda is a true artist, but she does that internal struggle so beautifully, so beautifully. And then that other guy, I can't leave that pineal gland alone. It's like, what were you at SUNY Buffalo? Are you at the medical school? Pineal gland, man.
I know. I was like, Glenn, how are you not saying something about that?
I was like, whoa. Oh man, that is beautiful.
All right, so we got another one for you. We got to give a shout out to Shandi because she inspired this. But Justice came with this idea: what if there was Infinity Jordans instead of Infinity Stones? You want to say more about that?
Okay, so Jordans, if you wear them, there are toes that you need to put in the Jordans. Powers. We haven't worked on all the powers. Coming soon next season of the Infinity Jordans. That's literally all I can say.
Infinity Jordans, I like it. I dig it. Oh man, we gotta find somebody who can customize us. Yo, Daryl, what's up, man? Daryl is also a toy builder, and he does figures, does a lot of fine art as well. So we might have to do that. We might have to put that together. All right, Jakari, you ready? Yeah, come on, Jakari. Good up for Jakari. Yeah, come on with it. Looking like you're about to drop a mixtape. Let's go. All right, say your name and tell us your story. All right, you ready?
No.
Too late.
So my name is Jakari, and I wasn't paying attention that well, so you know, I didn't have to say that. I just put a couple like what ifs on here. So like, what if like T'Challa never became king? What if there was no T'Challa and show us a picture. Show me a picture. I want to see it cry. Come on. The picture ain't that good. Is he dead? Yeah. Okay.
All right, you got something to add, John Terrace? Good up for Jakari. Good up for Jakari and her story.
That was a good one. I like that because we're so used to Wakanda being led by strong leadership. Like, what would it be like if it wasn't like that, and how it would break down? That's a whole book right there. That's a novel.
That's kind of where the movie's at right now. All right, John Terry, you ready? You got something else? Oh, you get a drawing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back up here because I had a little drawing of like T'Challa was just sitting there wanting to be, you know, in a position, contemplating, sitting down, thinking like, is this really what I want to do for the rest of my life? So type of stuff right there. And I just forgot I wanted to put that in there. All right, thank you. Bye.
Perfect.
It ain't easy being a king. All right, give it up for his art. Give it up for John Terry and his art. Lexiana, come on up. Give it up for our intern, Lexiana. Yeah. Is that a J donut on your necklace? Nice. All right, go.
So I just had two what if scenarios. My first one was, what if the child finds Storm has to stay on a mission? So basically we find her while on a mission in South America. Storm doesn't believe the girl, but it's kind of just like their story of some Wakandans want to accept her, some of them don't. And Storm not like trusting her, she has like good intentions. And then my second one was whether Shuri was a Black Panther before T'Challa. So somehow, some way, she secured the spot and she wins the battle against all her challenges. And she changes like a lot of the traditions, normal traditions, and it's kind of like just a journey of who likes it and who doesn't. Kind of like it creates a conflict between the kingdom.
Nice.
Give it up for Lexiana. Yes.
Get some women's right in there. That's what I'm saying.
Dope. Is that everybody? Yeah, that's everybody. Oh man, so give it up one time for yourselves. Yo, that was amazing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the anthology is coming soon. So like I said, this is just 10, 20 minutes of y'all writing. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what y'all could do in a whole year. You got professional advice from really esteemed, established authors and creators, right? So if they're saying y'all got something good, y'all got something good going on. Y'all got something great going on, all right? So we'll keep on working out that creativity, all right? So yeah, give it up one more time for yourselves. Yes. Any other words from Kim, Linda, or Mr. Glenn? Or anybody else who want to chime in?
I'm still stunned by some of these stories that these young people come up with. I mean, I never expected this. I mean, this is really, really good. Y'all need to keep this up, develop it. You know, as I said before, develop a fan magazine. But, you know, y'all need to put some of this stuff in there. This is good.
Yeah.
It's so good, I can't even take it. I can't. Gosh. I mean, how to know there's so many, all of these amazing ideas would come out of a few minutes. I mean, all I can say, this is my advice. I just counted it. I have 174 journals that I've been writing ideas in since 1970.
Wow.
And I'm just going to say, write down everything every day. If it's one line, if it's one idea, if it's one drawing, because in time, you're going to create a whole thing that you can then develop from, like seeds that you can create from, because you all just knocked me out. I can't even.
100%.
And I also want to say how lucky I feel to have Linda and Glenn here giving advice and wonderful encouragement. I know when I was growing up, and even when I went to college, graduate school, we were not as lucky because I'm in my 60s. And when I remember sitting in front of instructors who were telling me to write like a Black person, or why can't you do this? And they were coming from a viewpoint that was not only patriarchal, but didn't take in the fact that we are a diverse people. And so what is wonderful here is that no one is saying to the young people, this is what you should do. This is what you have to do. This is what is what we feel you should be like. The idea to explore, to create your own voice, and never let anyone say that your voice is not important. And it has something very much to give to the planet. And I just think the way you're doing this is really inspirational and will be very helpful for the future lives of every single person who attends your programs. So this is good. Thank you.
Man. We appreciate that so much. Give it up for them one more time. Yes.